run to you at Cars and Coffee. Right? He asked me, he was like, hey, I'm like, you thick whips, right? He's like, yeah. He was like, what you drive, man? I was like, E36 M3. You want to sell it? Yo, I did not wake up planning to sell my car today.
Oh, she's great, you guys. She's so good. I did not expect to buy an E36 M3 today. Alright guys, so this is the first video with the E36 M3. We are actually taking this over to CES Motorsport today because we're gonna see what we have. I don't really quite know what the bottom of this car looks like, but obviously we have a lot of plans in store for this. So the plan of attack for today is to just go to CES, throw it on the lift, take a look at what's underneath the car. We know that there's some sort of coilover suspension setup on this car that I think is actually pretty new, but I have no idea what the brand is or if it was even installed correctly. So we have a lot of work to do, but today we're just gonna kind of see the condition of the car, see what we're working with, and then we're gonna put a game plan together for what are the next few steps to get into this project. I did start ripping out, if you wanna show some of this, I did start ripping out some of the stuff that I know for sure that I'm not gonna need yesterday. Obviously, we're gutting the whole thing, so it's gonna be quite the process. Once we figure out what the deal is with the actual car at CES, I'm gonna bring it back home and start actually gutting the car. I'm gonna be pulling out pretty much everything. Like I said, we're gonna strip it down, and then I'm going to be ripping out the seats and putting in race seats and all that good stuff. Anyways, let's hop in the car. We got Andres filming today.
Yo.
He's the one filming today, so he's gonna help me out. Let's hop in the car and head over to CES. Solid, man. She drives really good. Everything is quality. There's like little quirks here and there, things that clearly need to be fixed, like the steering wheel is a little off center. So as you can see, the steering wheel is, I'm going straight. The steering wheel's a little bit cockeyed, so that's something that we're gonna address. But yeah, I ended up putting all these dash pieces back in and it works great, fits well, no problems there. There are some wiring issues that I'm gonna take care of. Like a brake light out, just silly unanimous stuff like that we kind of need to address. Looks like we're gonna be doing the Apex Arc 8 wheels. Keys Motorsports is gonna be sourcing those for me through Apex. I think in terms of actually tracking the car, what makes sense is to get the car in like the best stockish form that we can and take it out on the track just like that without making a ton of upgrades, because we want to see if the parts that we add when it comes to like suspension, tires, and wheels really make that big of a difference. We will do basics like brakes and like brake fluids and things of that nature. It should be a fun project, man. I mean, the car's, it's in rough shape. It's definitely a project car. I'm excited to just start ripping the thing apart. You know, like the window doesn't work and stuff like that. So a lot of things to fix, but it should be a really fun project. Thanks, Dad. Okay. We'll put those on, do first mod. Take a look at all of our inspiration. Wide body E36 M3. I think both of these are actually turbo builds.
Oh look, here's that grill.
Yep, so that's the mesh grill that we're gonna do on mine.
This is the luxury line.
Yeah, luxury line comes with these dumb things. So I think if it's not a separate piece, I think it is a separate piece.
Has to be like.
Yeah, I think it's actually clipped on from the back. It is. There's little screws back here. So we'll end up just taking this out and doing that mesh grill on the front, which will be, I think, will look a lot better. But I'm gonna pull this whole bumper apart. And I also have a carbon fiber lip coming too, which should be fun. Just pulled up to the shop. So like I said, we're gonna throw this thing on the lift and take a look and see exactly what we're working with. Yeah, dude. We did it. I did order a bunch of stuff for the car already. Do you guys like the clears or the ambers? I actually ordered the ambers. Yeah, I think they're more like OEM. It's like those look a little ricer to me. I was considering getting new headlights. I don't know if I'm going to, but I'm thinking about it. Here is one of the builds. As you can see, he has a full cage in it. It's kind of like the setup we're gonna be doing. He's got like the new carpet in there and it's all black. I think that I'll just run the dash all the way to there and then that'll be it really. And then he's got the one bucket. I'll probably do 2 buckets, to be honest. This one's actually in really good condition. This is a turbo E36 M3. They do like custom turbo kits here for these cars. But what I wanted to show you guys is this Nardo wide body E36 M3. This thing's crazy. So this would be like the ideal setup for my car, but I don't think I'm going to be putting in back seats. I mean, I don't know. If I can find like a rear seat delete, I think that would be best, but we will just do all black like that, and I'll leave out as much as I possibly can without it being too stripped down. That whole back wall over there are E36 M3 parts, full of E36 M3s. So that's, yeah, this is what they do here, man. They do the E36 M3s here. Probably one of the nicest cars you've had in here. It is the oh yeah, see how fast she starts up? Yes sir. Oh, I just love her. So we got a brake light out. I think it's that one. Yeah, left one's out. I'm gonna have to check that. No reverse lights, so I have to look at that too. Oh, I ordered a new diffuser too, because that one's kind of like fucked up. Yeah, the exhaust hangs pretty low, so I'm gonna take a look at that as well and see. I think actually they do custom fabrications here, so I think we're actually just gonna have him make me a custom exhaust when we get to that point. But you know, just basics, like we're gonna run through and get all the maintenance done, make sure she's good, healthy, and then do like headers and, you know, intake and all the basic stuff and some cooling, and then it's mostly suspension and brakes and stuff. She is pretty though. Sounds good for even stock.
Oh, I love it.
It's just so nice. It's so clean.
It purrs.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that sauce, boy. I ordered new hood struts as well, because those ones are just dunzo.
Too many of these fall on my head, man, so it's like, it's good to have.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I'm curious to see with the back, because I'm going to have to pull all this stuff out too. Yeah, we got things hanging out. All this will get replaced. I'll replace all of this down here. Well, we're going to find out. This is all got to get replaced. I'll just go ahead and take that out. Don't need that anymore.
Those are the brake duct channels.
Yeah, all those I'm going to order new ones.
So, you know, these are very typical things that
Is
used
this
to happen.
fender liner then?
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'll probably order a new fender liner.
Most of the
too.
times, it's called zip ties.
Yeah, we'll do some zip tying.
You know, these have gotten destroyed over the years. I mean, that happens. You know, that's what that piece is there. Same thing with this piece. You can actually replace those if you want.
What is this guy? Is that atmospheric?
Yeah, those are like other sensors. That one actually clips into this duct here.
It looks like they are usable.
Oh yeah, they're very functional.
We can still use them. I just need to get the other pieces that they clip into, right? So obviously we have some oil.
Yeah, pretty typical. You know, a lot of times you'll see the oil pan might have a little bit going on. These drips might be coming from the
Honestly, I'm in from right here actually at stripping.
possibly valve covers used to be notorious on the 95s, the 96 to 99s. They usually have a leak that's back here in the back corner. That actually looks
different. We need a new
dry. The Gibo is probably needing it. You see how it's got some cracks here? That's wear and tear items.
Yep.
The rubber Gibo there, that can be replaced with a brand new one.
Okay.
We've torn those apart before. That's just from your AC.
Yeah, that's just water condensation.
Sometimes you'll get a small little drip here from the trans. That's pretty normal for these seals. You can see how it was. They tried to seal that back up a little bit. Yeah. Overall, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not extremely wet down here, which is good news. Power steering, sometimes they're notorious to have leaks, you know, in these areas where they're here and here. So we'll have to, you know, check that a little bit.
Oh yeah, what is this suspension? Take a look at that.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Some eBay brand?
Well, they're coilovers, right? Hendo, what's this suspension? Do you know? It's gold with blue shocks.
eBay Customs? I think that these are just some off-brand. Honestly, I can just order the KWs through Brian and get like a good quality V3 setup.
So far, everything's looking really good. One of the big things that you'll probably want to do is upgrade your sway bars.
Okay.
So they have upgraded thicker sway bar and the end links here, the rear camber arms. These you can get nicer ones that are adjustable. I would definitely do those, especially for a track setup. We like reinforcing the rear subframe bushings, all 4 points.
Okay.
Here, and here. With poly mounts, PowerFlex makes some really nice ones. Same things for these.
Oh, it looks like this is why this is sagging back here.
Oh yeah, that's broken. Yep. So you need to get some new
So that's
hangers
for the muffler, right?
for the muffler. Yeah, axle's looking good condition. I mean,
Don't look too bad.
once everything's cleaned
She's
up,
just dirty.
yeah,
It's
it'll-
really
you'll
all it
really
is.
tell. So that's pretty cool. You have a 6-bolt diff. Typically the OBD2 cars from 96 and up had the 4-bolt input flange on the differential.
Okay.
So this is more like a 95 style with the 6-bolt flange on the back. So this may be a 315 gear instead of a 323.
Interesting.
But we'll see, because the 95s had a 6-bolt drive shaft like this.
Okay.
And they had a 315 gear ratio, whereas the OBD2 cars had a 323 gear ratio and a 4-bolt. One of the other things that's a weak point are these front bolts here. So on the US spec cars, we only got 1 bolt that was like this.
Okay.
That bushing can go out and that bolt can break. They have a reinforcement plate that you can actually put. Active Auto Work actually makes a really nice one.
Okay.
Where you kind of bolt in here. You can even upgrade the bolt to a little bit more hardness and get the bushing upgraded too. We could do like a bushings reinforcements for the diff to get some upgraded ones in there to keep it nice and strong.
Okay.
It does have some upgraded trans mounts too, it seems. Can't really tell what brand. It looks like it's got some green on it, but might want to just refresh and get some new ones there too, just to be on the safe side. And stock shifter kit, so if you wanted to do an upgraded short shift kit up in there,
Oh yeah, I see it.
you could also do that. There's a couple nice ones out there. The old school Rogue Engineering was probably the best short shift kit out there at the time.
Okay.
And then again, you can also upgrade these if you want to put some new, I call them lollipops, put these with some new poly bushings. Depending on how hard you want to go into this overhaul,
Yeah.
you can replace these arms too. Obviously the front sway you can replace as well, and get the new bushings. And the linkage actually looks pretty decent, but that can come with new linkage as well.
Bolt on it. It looks like.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it looks like those might have been
Something was
replaced at one
replaced.
point in time.
This
when
bushing
the
is Dunzo.
when the suspension was.
But if we do the sway, it comes with a new
it'll
one,
come
doesn't
with all.
it?
Yeah, it'll come with all that, and there'll be the
Okay.
polys, so you don't have to worry
we'll
about
do
that
that.
too much. She's got the original cats on the car still,
So we gotta get rid of those.
and it does have the O2s in place, primaries and secondaries for this one. They're
No
the whole
resonator.
dual system. No, it would just be this whole thing and straight piped out to the muffler. You pick up a lot of weight savings with that, and you can see how there's some really tight restrictions.
Yeah, it's
So with
tiny.
oh yeah,
Look at that thing.
so with a full exhaust
Freaking
upgrade,
2 fingers, dude.
really.
Was that an inch and a half?
yeah, it looks like it drops down to maybe 1 3/4 or 1.5 inches. So that will obviously help free up some flow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the bane of everybody's existence, this heat shielding, when it starts to get eaten up and
Yeah, it just starts to drip,
Falls all over you.
falling into the car.
Yeah, and you itch
Or into
for
the
days.
exhaust.
Yeah, it's terrible stuff. I would recommend just pinning it back instead of like cutting it, unless you rip it all out. You know, it might be recommended for us to do upgraded fans on it too if you're racing it. I definitely recommend keeping the stock fan clutch. That moves a lot of air. We always recommend keeping it. A lot of guys do a fan delete to pick up a little extra horsepower, but I think it's more beneficial to have the extra cooling.
Okay.
You can always upgrade the AC fan and put bigger fans there instead.
Okay.
Electric fans that'll kick in should flow a lot more air. Even though this one does a great job, you can get smaller, more streamlined ones and even larger ones if you wanted to. You know, I mean, everything else, man.
So lots of little things.
It looks, yeah, but this minor stuff, man. I mean, very minor. I mean, it's just wear and tear stuff.
Yeah, basic stuff that's going to happen
You know?
either way, regardless.
I mean, the overall structure and everything, I mean, I don't see any like cracks or breaks or weird stuff going on that would
Yeah.
suggest that this car had been in like an accident or had some major damage at one point. I mean, it all looks just like pretty good.
Yep, that's kind of what I figured.
That's so awesome.
Okay.
And looks like he's got the braided line upgrade.
Yeah, there's some
here.
sort of stainless line
Yeah.
on the car.
Yeah, that was upgraded probably at one point in time. Yeah, so you already have actually braided line set on the car.
Yeah, it's got. He said he did braided lines. I have no idea what that suspension is.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a part number there. Maybe we can look this up right here.
I'm willing to bet it's an eBay part number.
Well, it's 800 200 2820. I mean, it doesn't look like terrible. How's the ride?
Squishy.
Gotcha.
It's, you know what I mean? It's you can tell it's just not like a quality.
Yeah.
But I think after we're done with it, it's going to be great. I think we'll get it to where she needs to
Oh
be.
yeah, this is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm excited.
Really and truly, all very minor things. when we cranked her up the first time and listened to the motor, everything sounded good. No excessive Vanos rattle. You know, she sounded smooth. No lifter tick noise.
It drives good too. All of like
Yeah.
the gear synchros feel okay.
Good.
Like nothing feels weird in the trans. No slipping. No like clutch pop. Like
That's what you want.
yeah, dude, she drives just like perfectly.
So again, you know, all fantastic news,
Lucky,
man.
I'm telling you.
Found the coilovers.
I would switch out
These
the
look
power.
stock too.
What? Trailing arm?
Good job.
Yeah.
Trans mounts, we're going to do AKG. And then motor mounts, we'll do OEM, right?
OEM, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So we just wrapped up talking about the car, taking a look at everything. So obviously a lot to go through and a lot to unpack. But what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna handle my stuff with basically like gutting it and getting all the seals replaced. And then I think we'll even go ahead and take care of the wrap because that's scheduled for next week. A couple little bits that we're throwing on the exterior, and then we're gonna bring it back here, and she's gonna go under the knife for most of the maintenance stuff that we just talked about, which are like the bushings. We're gonna do the trans mounts, we're gonna do motor mounts. Just take a look at some of these little like oil leaks that we have, and then we're going to end up actually building out an exhaust for this car, more than likely like a custom exhaust. I do need to order miscellaneous stuff like the exhaust hanger mount on here and little things here and there. We're gonna do sway bars front and back, poly bushings, and yeah, so it should be interesting. We got quite the project in front of us, but it's nice to see that the car overall, outside of the normal wear and tear maintenance stuff, is solid. Like there's no weird cracks anywhere, nothing to be too concerned about. But once we get all the maintenance dialed in, I think that we're gonna throw it on the dyno, take it out to the track, drive it, see how she does. Honestly, before anything though, I probably will replace the suspension because this has like some janky $500 coilover kit on it. I'd like to put the KWV3s on and just have a decent suspension and tire and wheel setup and some nice brakes before we hit the track. We'll go out, hit the track, get some experience with her, and then come back, and then we will dive into performance stuff with them, where John, you know, he actually fabricates and makes a lot of his own parts for these cars because they've been doing them for so long. So at that point, we'll be able to make a little more power, make her sound a little bit better, make her handle a little bit better. It should be fun. And we got the approval from John.
Yes, we do.
She's got good bones.
She sure does.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
a fun
actually
one,
really
man.
impressed with how well she's held up over the years with everything. I mean,
Yeah.
car looks in really, really good condition.
I agree. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun project, man. Looking forward to it.
I keep saying it, but I'm so excited. It's bringing back a lot of memories. I was
I'm
wrenching
giving you
on
excuse.
these, you know, many years ago.
I'm giving you the excuse to work on them again.
When was the last time you worked on yours?
No comment. No, it's been too long.
He's got
you know.
3 beautiful ones
Maybe this
sitting
will
right over there.
Spark another.
Yeah, it's already coming back to me.
Yeah, there you go.
And it all starts with zip ties, huh?
Zip ties are your friend.
Yeah, there's just a lot of like really funny things with this car. The previous owner didn't really want to have to like put the money in to fix it, so he just kind of like glued things here and there and just like, you know, kind of makeshifted stuff. But we're gonna do it the right way and actually replace the parts. You know, we definitely want to make it a track car, but it's also going to be a street car. So you know, we don't want to be too far into track territory where this car isn't enjoyable to drive around on a daily basis around the street. So it will be a good happy medium. Like it will look really good. It will be pretty functional. The maintenance will be up to par, but also it'll be a great track car. So it should be overall just a really fun project for all of us. Super excited to get into it. Just got my first thumbs up. First person to give me the on the car. All right. So yeah, we got the clean bill of health from CS Motorsport. Bones are solid, chassis, everything, no cracks, main stuff like that, but we are gonna be doing obviously a bunch of maintenance stuff. First, this car is gonna go over to Sensational and we're gonna get the wrap completed. Got a bunch of like seals that I'm replacing. I'm gonna rip out this interior and everything tomorrow, start gutting it, kind of get the list together of what I need to order for like little interior stuff. It's gonna be a long process, so we're not gonna make this happen overnight, but it will be a fun build. Anyways, I think that's it. Anything you wanna add, dude?
No, I'm really excited to see this transformation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy transformation. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Literally, dude.
guys.